Yo guys, Amusir here. In this video I'm going to be answering the question, is 7 Days to Die a realistic game? Now, I've had this game for over a year now, and I've always asked myself, if a zombie apocalypse were to really happen, would it be like this? Now, maybe not necessarily a zombie apocalypse, or maybe somehow the world would restart where you have to go back to this kind of lifestyle. Would it be like this? Now, there's three basic needs of survival, I would say. I made this up myself. It's nothing like concrete or like textbook, but for me there's three needs of survival. There's food or water, there's shelter, and then there's trade. So let's touch on the food and water for a little bit. In real life, if this were to happen and you needed food and water, you would either go out and scavenge it in a large city or town, or you could grow it yourself. And now in 7 Days to Die, that's exactly what you could do. You could go to a town or a city, or maybe in this case it doesn't look like it, but it's a populated area, or you could grow it yourself, meaning like food wise, maybe not that. Or in this game it allows you to trade with other people or other communities, which is always a cool idea. So if I had to say if the food and the eating part is realistic, I'd say yeah. I'd say it's almost on point, where if you're running low on food in your base, you could either scavenge it, grow it yourself, or you can trade with other people. Or if it's water, you could obviously go and get it from a lake and heat it up or something like that. For the second one, shelter, it's a little bit flexible because this game and in real life, everyone is creative in their ways of how they want to make their walls or anything like that. So in the case of a zombie apocalypse, you're gonna need something to keep the zombies out, whether that be a wall or a trench, or maybe just living on a boat or something. Where you gotta have something to protect you from zombies. And in my case, I would build a wall. Maybe not myself, but it would either be a wall or I would dig a trench, a big one around my base. But the problem with the trench is once the zombies fall in it, you gotta deal with killing them and getting them out, before they pile up and they just fly over. So a trench in real life wouldn't be a good idea. Maybe a trench in 7 Days to Die would. So shelter in 7 Days to Die, it's definitely realistic, because in 7 Days to Die you could either build a wall, a trench, or maybe even just go from place to place, not really having a concrete home. But like walls or a trench, is something that you could do in real life, and it's something you can do in 7 Days to Die. So shelter, it's realistic in this game somewhat, for the most part. Now the last part is trade. Now the reason trade is a whole category itself is because people trade. They always have traded and they still trade today, whether that's Pokemon cards or like actual like items. So trade has always been something in real life, and it's now in 7 Days to Die. So I would say trade is also something that's pretty realistic in this game. If you want to trade, you can not only trade with your friends. If someone has something you want and they have something they need, you could trade. But now you can actually go to other settlements and other towns and actually trade with them. So that's also, I put a picture up on screen now, it's also realistic there. So if I had to say, this game isn't perfect. It's definitely not exactly what would happen if a zombie apocalypse was to happen, but it definitely gives us a clear idea of what would happen. Now in 7 Days to Die, it's not just a zombie apocalypse, it's a nuclear attack and the world kind of resets. If anything were to be realistic between a zombie apocalypse or a nuclear attack, I'd say a nuclear attack is probably something, or a nuclear war is probably something more realistic and something that can actually happen. So this game, I've been playing it for over a year. I'm pretty prepared. Like, if you need food, you can go to the towns and scavenge it, So this game, it's pretty realistic in that sense, where if you need something, you either scavenge it, grow it yourself, or trade it. So this game, in terms of the weapons, maybe an ammo, it's a little iffy on because you can make your ammo. Some things you can create obviously aren't real. Like in this game, you can make a mini bike, unless you're like a mechanic or something. I don't think you can make a mini bike, who knows. But this game overall, there's a few things, like I said, that are not realistic. But for the most part, this game really, it really has it there, where it's a pretty realistic game in terms of the the damage that you take from zombies, how it would be. Obviously in real life, if you were to get, you know, attacked by something and you just put on and you just ate like a med kit or something, obviously it wouldn't heal you. But for the most part, this game is pretty realistic, so I would recommend getting it to prepare for the upcoming apocalypse. You know, that's what I did. So don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one.